Hi, my name is Campbell, Lovett, Conference Minister with the Michigan Conference of the United Church of Christ, bringing you another in our series of Faith for Thought. I have a friend who is in the restaurant business, and I remember asking him a while back, I said, "What is your most expensive piece of equipment?" Thinking he must have a walk-in refrigerator that set him back a pretty penny, or perhaps an incredible 12-burner stove that cost many thousands of dollars, or maybe it was his fire suppression system in the restaurant. But he answered me without even missing a beat. He said, "My most expensive piece of inventory is an empty chair." His point being, of course, unless he can fill up his restaurant with diners, he's not going to be able to pay for any of the equipment he has. It was a great answer. And I used this answer as a stewardship illustration for a while, saying, unless we can fill up our pews, empty pews being the most expensive piece of our church inventory, we're not going to be able to pay for our mission and ministry. But the more I've thought about that illustration, the more I've really thought of that as a flawed metric for us. How is it possible that that's how we're going to summarize and assess the success of our congregations? And so I began to look at other options for us. In community organizing, our organizers will often ask a question of church members to understand church vitality by saying, how many people have your church members invited to come to church that are still coming to church? Meaning, ministry isn't simply the profession of the paid staff, but it's really up to the members to be inviting people to come to church and fill the pews, if it were, and stay. How many people have been invited to your church by church members who continue to come to church? I know of another church in Michigan that asks people to join the church, to become members of the church on an annual basis. I think this is fascinating, to think that it's the vision of the church that needs to be so compelling that people want to join, in a sense, to renew their membership year after year after year. And if they don't have a compelling vision, then people won't re-up their membership. So what's it about? What's your metric for success? Is it how many pasties did we sell at our annual sale? How many people attended our Christmas bazaar? How many people did we give Thanksgiving baskets to, or Christmas boxes? What's the metric? What's the number? How do we assess our church success? I'd like us to think more and more about how well did we equip disciples and send them out into the world to serve. It's one thing to have people in the pews, to have people attend things at the church, but I'm more and more interested in how well have we done equipping Christian disciples and sending them forth into the world to serve. And how would we assess that metric anyways? I hope that you'll discuss this in your church meetings, in your congregational settings, about the equipping of disciples and sending them forth to serve. And then be in touch with how you're measuring the success of what you do in the life of your church. And that is for today, our Faith for Thought. Thank you.